All right, welcome everybody around the world. Welcome to all my subscribers and welcome to 2025, even though we're almost a week into it now. So I just have one verse that I want to read for today because it's pertinent to all of this 100%. Secondly, I just want to reiterate and repeat again that all of the evidence that I've been offering for the last 8 years on my various YouTube channels, all the evidence that's in my book here, The 7 Great Pillars of Scriptural Proof, these prophecies, like I said before, have already been historically fulfilled long ago in the past, about 90 something percent of them. And we can see great evidence in the fact of what they state that 2023, 2024 be the end of days based on these 7 different prophecies. Now, 2024 end of days hasn't been disproven. That's just the buzz name for it. Because, like I said, 90 something percent of those prophecies already historically have been fulfilled a while ago, a long time ago, each to their own over the course of thousands of years. There's only a few minor steps that were left to occur. And as I've shown in my other videos, the world events in the end of 2023 and throughout 2024 only further confirm this with the attacks in Israel and also the arrival of all these mystery vehicles in the sky, essentially. These go directly in hand with everything that I spoke about, warned about would happen occurring according to the scripture. So we have all reason to believe that we are right on track for the end of days. It could be imminent. It could be any day, any week, any month. I believe wholeheartedly that it's imminent. And if it hasn't been in 2024, it should be as imminent as possible, i.e. in 2025. Based on the mystery craft events and based on the situation with Israel, it's still imminent. So just for everybody to understand, all those prophecies that I cover in the books that I've taught on for all these years, they're still 100% valid. Nothing is disproven, nothing like that. If we're here, 10 years in the future, 20, 30 years in the future, then you could say they're disproven or the prophecies are open to different interpretation. But 2025, the time is still ripe for this to occur. But there is a verse that actually highly suggests, although it's a singular verse in the Bible, that God would give an extra year specifically for mankind to reform in. Otherwise, they will be cut off. And we can see this in Luke 13. And it starts off in verse 5. Jesus says to them, "No, I say to you, but if you may not reform," which means reform from sin, as I teach, he says, "If you may not reform, all ye in like manner shall perish." And he spake this simile: a certain one had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came out seeking fruit in it, and he did not find. And he said to the vine dresser, "Lo, 3 years I come seeking fruit in this fig tree, and do not find. Cut it off. Why also the ground does it render useless?" And he answering said to him, "Sir, suffer it also this year, till that I may dig about it and cast in dung, that is fertilizer. And if indeed it may bear fruit, and if not so, thereafter thou shalt cut it off." So what this verse highly suggests is that at the end of days, we know that Jesus didn't get an extra year after teaching the gospel for 3 years. He got put to death. So you could really strongly suggest that this is talking about the end of days. And if it is, it strongly suggests that mankind could be given an extra year if they really need it. So it's not a pleasant or a good thing. It's just that everybody's in such a bad state and lacking to reform that God doesn't want everybody to perish. He's going to allow this extra year for people to reform in. So utilize this time. Like I reformed from most of my sins, but I'm still not perfect. There's still some things that I do, not many. But this is what I need to reform from them wholeheartedly. If the end of days had come in 2024, God may have told me that I wasn't ready to be redeemed. I'm not worthy enough. And likewise for everybody else out there, if you haven't reformed yet, use this time, this extra year to reform. And because of year flux, we don't know what month God is taking any measure from. We may not have a full year. It could be at any point in 2025 up until the end of 2025. It's only at the end of 2025 if the measure started from the end of 2024. But what if the measure started towards the start of 24 or in the middle of 24? So it could be technically at any point in 2025. that this extra year would be up. So I think we should all logically allow for the reality that all the prophecies I've discussed are still valid. They're still true. It's still, most of them historically proven already in the past and confirmed. 2024 should be the end. We may be under this extra year that we've been given to reform in. If this truly is the case, and even if it's not, we should reform utterly. And that's what we need to do. We need to get ready for this great judgment day, utilize the time properly, reform, and get right with God. That is what we need to do. That's what we're instructed to do. And just like Jesus said, if you do not reform, you will perish. And directly related to that statement, he gave that parable, okay, about the people being given an extra year. Okay, so let's not take this lightly. We see all the mystery craft up in the skies appearing around the world. They're not just in New Jersey, it's around the world. They even appeared in my country, for heaven's sake. Okay, that is a mystery. Okay, and on top of that, we also have the conflict with Israel. Okay, that is prophecy. That's Ezekiel and Zechariah's prophecy unfolding. Okay, we are only one step away, which is the arrival of God and Messiah with the judgment day itself. There are no other further stated steps in biblical prophecy that are left to fulfill, okay, besides an attack upon Jerusalem. If that is the only last thread, as I discussed recently in another video, the only last thread to occur. Everything else that has been stated has occurred. Even the messengers coming down from the heavens, the stars falling, you could even argue that has already occurred with these mystery orbs and lights that look like stars coming down to the earth around the world. So we are right at the brink of the arrival of God and Messiah. And this is not the time for people to give up or think that the prophecies I spoke about all these years are invalidated. We are at the highest time ever for this to occur, and we need to be serious, take our life and our salvation seriously. God is real. Jesus is real. The biblical history is real. There's more historical evidence for Jesus in the Bible than, people give credit to. They are real. Jesus is the most popular person on this earth, the most influential person on this earth, and he has been that influential because this is the reality. The biblical reality is real. All these prophecies that I talk about in the book and in my videos, they all got historically fulfilled because it's biblically real. Okay? And if all of this stuff is real, and if we really are, we're just past the year 6000 now, we are ripe for this end of days to occur. Okay? And all I can say is just get ready, folks. But anyways, take care and God bless, and see you all later.